We're having dinner at Ember Elm at Dollywood's brand new Heartsong Lodge.
Let's eat.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you are watching the Theme Park Foodies, and we are at Dollywood's brand new Heartsong Lodge, dining at their signature restaurant, Ember and Elm. We will be doing a full tour on the Heartsong Lodge, which will most likely be coming out before this one, so we'll put it in the description of this video. We have heard nothing but amazing things about the food at Ember and Elm. Obviously, the resort itself is reminiscent of the Smoky Mountains, themed after Dolly's continuous inspiration, the Smoky Mountains, and Ember and Elm is no exception. You can see kind of like right on the sign, it's got like a tree stump, right Sam?
Yeah, it's a very rustic feel here, and we really love the dining at the other resort, the Dreamworld Resort, so I expect nothing less but, you know, greatness over at this resort.
Yeah, just so you know, Dollywood has two resorts. There is Dreamworld. There's Dreamworld, and there's Heartsong Lodge. Dreamworld has Song and Hearth. This has Ember and Elm. Song and Hearth kind of was more of a buffet or like family style dining, whereas Ember and Elm for dinner is going to be more classic, like you order like plates and things like that.
Yeah, and it's open from 5 to 9 for dinner, and it's also open for breakfast.
We're staying here during Christmas, and they have the whole lodge decked out for Christmas. There's trees everywhere. It's very beautifully lit.
So cozy.
Yes, so we'll show you how to get to Ember and Elm. Then we'll be dining at Ember and Elm, trying some of their signature dishes. I'm very excited. Are you hungry, Sam?
Yes, and you don't need to be staying at this resort to dine at the restaurant. And you can make reservations on Open Table.
Nice. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Join us for our dinner at Ember and Elm. So obviously the Heartsong Lodge being themed after the Smoky Mountains. It has a very rustic aesthetic, a lot of brown, dark tones. I do like this chandelier that kind of greets you as you walk in. You can see it has like branches in it and it's like gold. We are greeted by a portrait of Dolly Parton. In order to get to the restaurant, we're gonna have to walk straight past this this is actually a two-story fireplace. We're peeking around the fireplace. They actually have a live violinist playing right here in front of the fireplace. Live music is part of the experience here at Dollywood, as it should be. Dolly's obviously a musician, and I feel like live music kind of brings more life to the area. Now at the back of the fireplace is actually the area where you can sit out and just enjoy it. You can see there's Dolly as a little girl, sitting amongst the Smoky Mountains and feeling that inspiration. We're gonna have to move past the fireplace though. If you walk straight through the lobby, it'll be to your left, and these bronze leaves kind of at the back will mark where Ember and Elm is. All right, so we've made it to the leaves, and to our right-hand side is Ember and Elm. To the left, you can kind of see this neat wall art that says "Home Sweet Home to Me," with this kind of like rock formation that is in the shape of Tennessee. Let's check in. All right, so we've just been seated. We actually met Betsy, who was she was actually the manager who opened Be Our Guest restaurant in Walt Disney World. She informed me that there are actually, Sam, you don't know this, I didn't tell you this yet. The two chefs that had curated the menu here, one worked for Disney World for 25 years, and the other one is a Michelin rated chef. So the food is supposed to be very good. We've heard it's even better than Song and Hearth. So
picking the top people at her resorts.
Now, the manager did recommend some of the dishes. She said that the rainbow trout is very good and the short rib, but there's really so many things. Like, look at this Tennessee creamy cheese and charcuterie board that lays 3 eggs. Menus are actually kind of like wood. Obviously, I guess a hard menu would be wood, but, you know, like themed, like the resort. All right, so we're starting off with the bread service, in-house made cheddar biscuits. There's some butter in there too, and this is a red pepper jelly reminiscent of Toy Story over in Disney World. Woody's, no.
Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. Those are probably the best thing on that menu.
Yes, I agree with that, and I'm kind of shocked. I'm so used to being at Disney. This is an included bread service. I didn't even know that existed. So let's see how they flake. Oh, look at that. That is a delicious looking biscuit. And you have a little extra plate and they give you a nice spreader. They don't sell this jelly yet, but I'm being told they may start canning it soon. It's very popular.
Biscuits in the South, gotta be.
You don't even need any butter with this biscuit. It's so buttery. As is. I mean, look at that red pepper. It has just a tiny spice. It's not spicy, but you just feel the smoothness of the butter and a slight little hint of spice on your tongue. And then a little bit of sweetness from the jam. This is so good. Remember when I gave the biscuits at Knott's Berry Farm?
Oh, Mrs. Knott's chicken dinner.
Mrs. Knott's chicken dinner. I gave those a 10. These I am also giving a 10. Probably one of my favorite bread services I've ever had at any restaurant. Literally. It's very light on the cheese, but just amount of cheese. Smoothness with the butter. Very slight little bite with the spice, and a little sweetness. It's with the right amount of each flavor, and then a very smooth, buttery texture. Really good. Yeah, this is a perfect 10 for me. I would get just a whole plate of these. To me, this is like, just so you know my levels of ratings, like Red Lobster cheddar cheese biscuits level. Those are some of my favorite biscuits of all time. I want to bring these home with me. All right, Sam got one of their signature mocktails. Now this is the Mountain Punch. Makes sense, we're in the Smoky Mountains. It has pineapple juice, orange juice, grenadine, and cherries.
Put it in a cocktail glass. Feels like fancy. They did have some really nice looking holiday cocktails. They had like a gingerbread, I think, martini, but I'm not cool enough. I'm very prone to headaches, so I try to avoid alcohol.
Alcohol kills my stomach, which is the only reason I don't drink it that much.
We're no fun. It's like a citrusy Shirley Temple. It's really good. And I think kids would like to, you know, feel cool with the glass. I feel cool with the glass.
It has grenadine, but it doesn't have any...
And it's not super sweet either.
It's not like the fake alcohol or anything like that. It's literally just...
Yeah. It's just juice. I give it an 8. It's refreshing. It looks pretty.
Citrus Shirley Temple sounds really good to me. All right, so for our appetizer, we got the fried green tomatoes. It's got cornmeal, roasted red pepper, coulis, I hope I'm saying that right, stone ground grits, goat cheese, and fresh basil. So I'm assuming they're frying this in a cornmeal, and then maybe this little fry thingy is the stone ground grits?
I don't know what's going on here, but...
This is definitely the goat cheese on top. It looks like feta is definitely the goat cheese. I don't know how you're going to feel about this, Sam, because I know you're not an adventurous eater, but she said this is one of the better ones.
I like fried green tomatoes, though.
You didn't even put any of the sauce on it.
I'm going to try it without it first. The breading is, like, perfectly done. Like, it's not soggy, and it's not, like, too crispy. It's, like, the perfect level of fried cornmeal. And the tomato is, like, super juicy on the inside. I'm gonna try one with the red pepper coulis. Hopefully I like it. Hopefully it's not too spicy. It's creamy. I don't know, for some reason I was expecting that to be creamy. It's really nice. It's not a little bit of kick, not too much. It complements it really well though with the tomato.
How do you feel about the goat cheese?
I always like goat cheese.
Oh, good.
It's a good cheese. I'm really not knowing what this is though.
Let's find out. It's the grits, right? It's definitely the grits to me.
It's interesting though that it's like on the side like that, fried.
Yeah.
I've
never seen it like that either.
Experienced it like that.
I had some bites too, and I feel like there's like a little sourness in a green tomato because it's not fully ripe, you know?
I thought it was nice and juicy though.
Very juicy,
And
yeah.
like the coating, you agree, like the coating is perfect. I also like the coating with the grits too. Like it doesn't taste overly fried or nothing tastes like soggy, but I'm not like a huge fan of the grits itself, but that's just, I don't typically...
You're not a grits fan.
I don't typically eat grits, and they are stone ground, so you do like taste little bits. Like
It's a bit of a drier dish, yeah.
Like little pieces of rice.
Those type of grits, meaning grits are usually more moist. Those taste dry to me.
I feel like the grits like need more flavor. It needs to be more going on inside that. The coating is good though. I don't understand pairing this with the tomatoes too much. But
maybe to add more starch in it, maybe more of a carb tomato. But I think the cornmeal kind of type of fry adds that.
I think the tomatoes could stand on their own without that, in my opinion. Like, I don't think that...
Goat cheese is good too. It adds like a nice little unique flavor and some creaminess.
The coolest was good too. I think I'm gonna go 6.
Really? See, I would give it a 7. I would go higher than 6. I think it was high quality, very good. I would order that again in a heartbeat. All right, so dinner is served. I got their signature short rib skillet. So they have a bunch of skillets on there. And Sam, you got a classic, a southern delicacy, fried chicken.
I got the Springer Mountain Farms fried chicken, and I don't think we mentioned it, but they locally source like a majority of their ingredients, like within like a 100-mile radius. So I think that's great, giving all like the local vendors an opportunity to sell their products.
I also think this is a great contest for Song and Hearth because I loved that fried chicken at Song and Hearth.
I've never had like bad fried chicken in Dollywood anywhere, even quick service. Like the fried chicken is just like always on point. And this is pickled brine chicken thighs, mashed potatoes, black pepper milk gravy, and agave glazed carrots.
Agave carrots. It smells so good.
Gonna cut
A bunch of the gravy on there. So this looks like a lighter fry than the fry you would see at Song and Hearth.
I appreciate that.
Also kind of reminds me of the dish at Olivia's. I love the Olivia's fried chicken is a 10 for us over at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
It's Olivia's Cafe in Walt Disney World, the old Key West resort. One of my favorite fried chickens. The thing about fried chicken, it's got to be crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside. It's got to have the right amount of spice in the fry.
100%. It is that.
Wow.
I do want to say, you taste the pickle brine though.
So it's a little salty vinegariness.
Yes. And if you don't like pickles, I do think the pickle brine does stand out more in this. Like, you will taste it.
But I like pickles.
Yeah, no, I'm down for the pickles. And the gravy is delicious. It's so creamy, and it is like, it's peppery, but I'm someone that likes pepper, so for me it's not a problem. But this chicken is incredible. You're gonna really love this.
She already knows I'm having some.
Oh my god. I'm so happy I chose this. I knew like I couldn't go wrong with fried chicken in Dollywood, so let me get some of these. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are okay. The mashed potatoes aren't, definitely not the star. The milk gravy, very good. Let's try an agave glazed carrot. They have a little sweetness on them. They're cooked well, they're soft, they're good. Not like, blowing me out of the water, but still tasty. The chicken and the milk gravy, 100% the star. I'm gonna give this a 9.
Wow, but you didn't go 10. I gave Olivia's a 10. It sounds like a 10 to me, Sam.
I think if the mashed potatoes were better, I think I would go 10. But they're just like okay. I think that they could actually like be more buttery.
Yeah, I'm a little more 10 happy than you are, but that fried chicken sounds amazing.
I'm a little tougher, but the gravy and the chicken are excellent.
All right, so this is their short rib skillet. It's one of the things that they're known for, is what I was told when I came in here. This is a polenta right here. It has a red wine Cabernet-based reduction. This is a little broccolini in there. So obviously we got to see how this. Oh yeah, look at that. That pulled off beautifully. Sitting right in that gravy. I like to get a combination of flavors. So I'm gonna pull this polenta on there. All right, let's see how it is.
Where did you once have a bad short rib? Oh, it was Space 220.
Space 220. Yeah, we paid a lot to go in there. Don't get that short rib. At least my short rib. The thing with short rib sometimes is it's fatty. I'm not really getting any fat on this. I feel like it's just all, obviously there's fat in there. It's building up apart very well. And it's staying together well too. Let me just have the breaded polenta on its own. I like the cubed vegetables because they're adding like a little bit of texture to the flavor. And of course I gotta try a little broccolini.
I love broccolini.
I'm getting a garlic flavor on that.
Oh, it's garlic roasted broccolini. That makes sense.
It's got a good amount of moisture. It's warm. I like the polenta. The polenta is buttery, and it's not too salty. It's a very good short rib. I'll give it a 7. Like I'm not blown away by it because I've had these amazing short ribs before. Like I went to Jico in Walt Disney World. Remember when I had that short rib? It's amazing. This short rib is very good. Before we go over dessert, I did want to bring up the aesthetic of the restaurant a bit. They do have like this kind of open kitchen area where you can see them making the flatbreads. Looks like they actually look like full pizzas almost right over there. And it looks like they have like almost a chef's table type of seating. The booths have like this brown aesthetic, but there are also these like tables at the center of the restaurant that have more blues and feel almost like grandma's house, almost like a open kitchen. And obviously the artwork is very naturalistic. There's moss on the wall over here, and the like signature, the emblem in Ember and Elm is like the center of a tree or a tree stump, and you can obviously see that in a bit of the artwork over here as well. I think the best way to describe the design and style of the resort is rustic meets modern. You can see they have like these little incandescent lights you can see in most modern restaurants as well. All right, so we just got the dessert menu. This is like their signature dessert. It's these Tennessee Mountain Apple Stack Cake. I might be getting that. Of course, they have pecan cinnamon bread pudding. It's basically the gristmill cinnamon bread, caramel sauce, cocoa dusted s'mores cheesecake, mason jar strawberry shortcake, Tennessee cheesecake with lemon blueberry compote whipped cream. Honestly, I don't even know what I want. Whatever looks good.
If I didn't have cinnamon bread twice already today, I would have went with the cinnamon bread pudding, but I think I need to chill on this.
Yeah, we've been going cinnamon bread crazy.
Cinnamon bread at this point.
All right, so dessert is served. They even put the logo on top of my Tennessee Mountain Apple Stack Cake. But we're
Cute. It's so impressive.
right? We're
Got
not.
a sugared bird.
Yeah, sugar bird.
You got a heart.
A little heart there. But we're not starting with that. We are starting with Sam's dessert, which is this little jar strawberry shortcake, right? What's in this?
So it has coconut moonshine, macerated strawberries, sweet biscuit, and a rum chata whipped cream, and a little fresh mint.
Comes in a mason jar. Would make sense that a moonshine jar would hold a jar cake. Seems like a proper combination of flavors.
What is that? Oh, that's the biscuit.
It's the biscuit on top. Yeah, you gotta mix that little boy together.
Oh my god.
Cream looks fresh. Did you get all the flavors in that bite?
I love the rum chata whipped cream. It's not like overpowering, like it's not super strong, it's just like a light taste. And then the strawberries are so good, and they like made them fresh, like they cut them fresh and soaked them in some moonshine. I really like this a lot. It's really good. I really like their take on a strawberry shortcake.
Do you get a lot of the alcohol with the moonshine? Moonshine can be strong.
It's not strong. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. And then like it's not like a spongy cake though. Instead of like a shortcake, it has a biscuit, and the biscuit is a little harder. Like it's tougher. It's not like.
But I feel like that biscuit can then absorb a lot of the moisture.
And I think it's like the perfect thing to mix in with this. This is super delicious. I'm gonna give this an 8.
Sounds great. All right, Tennessee Mountain Apple Stack Cake. Sam, what's in this?
Originating in the Appalachian region of Tennessee, our signature homemade dessert features rich and hearty molasses and spiced apple flavors throughout layers of griddled and stacked cake. These layers are filled with spiced apple butter and topped with powdered sugar.
Hey, that's the apple butter right there. This is the powdered sugar. These are the spiced apples. I don't know what I should use. I think I need a knife for this, boy.
I wasn't expecting it to look like that at all. When it came, I was so shocked.
I'm not sure if the bird comes with it, or if they were just giving me a bird today, you know? This is a good bird to give, though.
You think you were special, or you think they were just like, I want to put a bird on Jay's?
You don't think I'm special?
No, I think you're very special, but I don't know if they think that.
Special, thanks. Okay. I'm gonna give a little heart. This is apple butter heart. So this is actually what was in the center here. I mean,
It looks like little pancakes.
It's like a deconstructed apple pie. Not warm. I was expecting warm. It's like a cold dish. A lot of moisture, and there's a bit of spice to it. What was in this? Isn't it? Well,
It has spiced apple flavors and molasses. I feel like that one was $16. This is like the most expensive.
It looks like maybe the hardest thing to put together, though. They probably have to make each of these layers that are in this cake.
Yeah, powdered sugared bird probably takes a little time.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Honestly, I think mine for $12. My jar is stacked with biscuits and strawberries.
It's not overly sweet. You don't want something that's overly sweet, especially when you're eating 2 cinnamon breads a day at Dollywood. I think we've had enough sugar. But maybe I'm just desensitized to sugar at this point, so maybe you shouldn't judge. I'm not good at your character here. Very good. I love the layers. The apple butter adds a lot of moisture. I'm an apple butter guy. I prefer that over the white goo they give you with the cinnamon bread. What is that sauce called?
Like just white icing?
The white icing, yeah. I prefer the apple butter over the white icing with Dollywood cinnamon bread. Which is why I like this. The pancakes have a decent like
pancakes.
Well, yeah, I mean
they do look like little pancakes.
Yeah, they're like little pancakes. Like I almost feel like I could take it off.
Oh yeah.
It's like a pancake. It's like imagine a spiced pancake with apple butter. It's good. They're fluffy, delicious, and then the apples on the side are crispy, add a good texture, some more spice. I like apples. I like this. I'm gonna give it a 7. It's a good dish. Great. Solid, as I would say, solid 7. So connected to Ember and Elm is actually the High Note. This is a bar that's kind of right next to the pool. It's also got full service sit-down dining and a full menu, open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. All right, so our meal was great, but I did want to show one more thing while we're on our way out. The High Note does have indoor as well as outdoor seating and a completely different menu. We walked outside to take in just a little bit of that Smoky Mountain atmosphere and the outdoor fireplaces they have here. You can actually hear the Dollywood Express train going off in the background. Now outside they do have a large fire pit that everyone can kind of sit around and enjoy that's right outside the lobby that's meant to kind of look like a lantern, and they also have these little mini fire pits. All right, so that is it for our time having dinner at Ember and Elm at Dollywood's Heartsong Lodge. We will be doing a breakfast video, so take a look out for that. Top items that we had, without a doubt, for me,
my chicken.
The chicken, Sam's chicken. I had that off camera. I would have given that a 10. It was probably one of my, I guess I just like fried chicken though. And theme parks do fried chicken well, but that pickle brine with like the slight vinegar flavor and that little bit of salt was just so delicious. I would also say that the biscuits with the pepper jelly, delicious.
And my dessert.
Yes, Sam had the winner for the desserts.
I picked really good things.
Yeah, we both gave him a 7, but I would have gave Sam's dessert like an 8. It was so good. The biscuits had this little crispiness, then the interior soaked in kind of the cream like right on top, and the strawberries super fresh. You could tell they were fresh cut. Mine was very good as well, but Sam's was definitely the winner. Those are the 3 things. Sam had the dinner of the night. So those are the 3 things that I would suggest if dining here. This versus Song and Hearth, I think that the cuisine-wise, they're on the same level. I couldn't say cuisine-wise which one I prefer. Aesthetics-wise, and I hope this isn't a controversial opinion, I do enjoy the aesthetic of that area. It feels like modern meets lodge. Because with the incandescent lighting, with like the moss on the walls, they're very like modern takes on a lodge aesthetic. I like the flair of Song and Hearth a bit more. I think the aesthetic of that is a bit more enjoyable to me. It kind of feels like you're eating in Dolly's kind of living room. I like that you see the different seasons at the center of that. We have the full videos we'll actually put in the description of this video on Song and Hearth breakfast and dinner at Dreamworld Resort. Be kind, we weren't filming on that great of a camera then. What do you think, Sam?
I agree with you, but also like in the same respects with the comparing the hotels too. I mean, they are different, and they're different for a reason. Like, you know, I didn't want, Song and Hearth Part 2 or Dreamworld Part 2. Like, this resort is more of a lodge, and it has a different feel.
Definitely. More grand, more modern, feels like a different design team. Almost feels like two design teams coming together. I will go more into that at the end of the review in our Heartsong Lodge tour video. So take a look out for that. We'll definitely be at the end of this video. The staff, no matter where you go in any of these Dollywood resorts, are incredible.
Yes.
The suggested items that I had on the menu over at Ember Elm were great. Our waitress,
Lulu from Long Island.
From Long Island, where we're from. She was amazing. Such a great waitress. The food that we had was great. The manager, obviously, she helped open Be Our Guest, so she was awesome as well. They seem to be bringing a lot of Disney people on, and you can see that they're trying to pay a high attention to
They want to get onto that level.
Yeah, and I do think that the service-wise, at this point, and I hope this isn't controversial, Dollywood service is better than Disney's. I think they you know,
I don't think that's controversial.
I don't think it's controversial. There's less people here.
I think people would agree with that, too.
Yeah. So I'm not like knocking or downing Disney or anything like that. We enjoy the Disney aesthetic. Obviously, we love going to Disney parks all the time. But I think with the fact that one, you have less people, and two, Dollywood is trying to get a larger market share of that, and they're hiring a lot of those former Disney employees. So the staff is just impeccable, incredible. If you want to see our full thoughts on the resort, check out the resort tour video. And the food, so good. Definitely recommend dinner here.
Can't wait for breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully I digest some of this before breakfast.
Let's have some more biscuits. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm. Helps other people find the video subscribing. It also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notifications so that way you're notified every time the videos come out, which is Wednesday.
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
But make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. All right, so that's where we were doing our outro, like right here. You can see that little like Smoky Mountain type of artwork or mural. But what's very interesting is this lounge area right here. What I think is supposed to be a lounge. You can see it has like a guitar chandelier. We were able to capture a little bit of B-roll of this within our resort tour video. And it has like one of Dolly Parton's outfits out there, or in there. I think also
the
there's
9 to 5 song lyrics.
Yes, written, like handwritten, are in here too. Hopefully they open this up to guests. Right now I think it's only being used as a special event space. But you just see
beautiful. I feel like this resort needs this to be open, in my opinion. Like, you need this Dolly flair.
Yeah, imagine having like a nice drink in here as you check in, because it's kind of right next to the lobby too. And you're right, it adds a bit more Dolly to the resort.